Alrighty, time to get this second show on the road. Here we are jumping over to the Banner Saga. So, one thing to get out of the way, since this is going to be going up on YouTube. Oh, I should probably... Here we are jumping over to the Banner Saga. Yeah, let's just close that out. Don't need to have myself repeating to myself. Alrighty, so this will be going up on YouTube later because for whatever reason Twitch doesn't want to upload it. I have an idea on what that is, but well, we'll see what goes on with that. So, let us resume. Last we left off, Rook, Iver, Alette, and Egil, I believe. We're about to go take on these guys. These ugly guys up at a house. The Dredge. Sure enough, Dredge are gathering in number. Fear threatens to bubble over into panic. How long do we need to keep this up, you ask? Iver shakes his head unknowingly. That's a bad sign. Units move in the order you place them from left to right. This initiative order is very important when setting up strategies. For example, put archers up after melee units so that they can stay safe behind your heavy hitters. Drag the unit icons to rearrange their turn order. Okay. So I actually probably want Iver and Egil going first. What is this? Alette's bracelet. Lovely made by a hunter's wife to keep her daughter safe from harm. I'm actually going to give that to Egil. And the reason I'm giving that to Egil as opposed to giving it to Alette is because apparently Egil is extremely difficult to keep alive. I mean, this is a game where you can lose multiple people because of storyline options, but apparently Egil has the most. And I think there's like 5 or 6. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe it's less than that, but still. The fact that he could, in fact, be killed off so easily. Alrighty. So we've got Iver, Egil, Rook, and Alette. Let's prep for battle. And drink some tea. I was also warned by a friend for stuff later on about tactics and how I need to use them a little bit better. And oh, you're a biggie, aren't you? Okay. I also remember from my previous playthrough, playing of it, I need to pay more attention to my character's health. I did not do a good job of that before. So let's move you guys back here. Now, I know that Rook and Alette both have bows. Apparently, Egil, if you can keep him alive, is amazing. He can become, like, a god. But that's if you keep him alive. It's that whole thing like with Final Fantasy X. If you kept Keepa on your party and got him to level 100, he was amazing when you got him to level 100. Okay. Let's go with that. So, you move next. And where can you move? Battering ram. Knock the target back through multiple tiles, doing armor break damage. Knocks them back up to 4 tiles for 1 break, plus 1 per unit they pass through. Let's just do a regular attack. We'll have you move up next to him. Stonewall. Blocks damage to strength and armor for 1 round. Ah, that's why he can tank so much. Well, I think we're just going to have you wait. Okay, so I'm going to attack you. So I can attack from here if I want. That has to be a melee attack. You move next, and you could move right up next to Egil. there. Hey, way to go, Egil. Okay, I can do another 2 points of damage. I could boost for 3, or I could go after his armor some more, and maybe have Iver finish him off. But then Biggie's also going to be moving, so I have to pay attention to what he can do. Okay, Biggie can reach Iver. Sorry, Dredge Stone Guard. Biggie is a little informal. Moving you to different places will do different damage. Interesting. Let's hit him for 3. Dropping the damage he can do. Another tactic I was told was leaving a weaker opponent alive. So like this guy I've knocked down to 2. Leaving him alive so that I can eat up enemy turns because it has to rotate through him. Where can you move? Just have you rest. And you'll move in to attack, obviously. Will hit for 2 on that guy, and I don't want to kill him, so let's beat down on this guy. Howdy doody. And he's going to turn and hit Rook. And Alette can actually... Ooh. Where can you move to? I want to get Alette out of range of him. Okay. So he can move probably to about there. So I want Alette to move. Let's see now. She'll only get +2 damage on this guy. Why does his change? Maybe it's because Iver's got that item. Yep, they just hit you. Okay. And then to him, we want to say, go away. Make him have to move back. Okay. So because I do want to try and level up Egil, and you only level up by killing people and gaining renown, chip away. Yeah, we'll just chip away. We won't boost that. Alright, thread the needle. The problem is I'd hit allies with that, and I do not want to do that. He's 7 and 10. He's 12 and 11. Let's keep chipping away at Biggie, and this time I will blow the point for that. And I don't like the fact that he's slowly getting the ability to do more damage to Iver, so I'm actually going to hit him for his strength instead. Promotion! 7. Keep chipping away at him. he keeps chipping away at me. Ooh, wait, you can hit him for 6? Take him out. I am fine with that. And everyone... everyone moves to attack. Victory! Egil got his promotion. And was that Rook got the other? Yes, Rook got a promotion as well. 6 renown. Combat can be unforgiving. Don't hesitate to change the difficulty of battles if it leaves you frustrated or you find yourself needing a tougher challenge. Use the options menu to change the difficulty. Don't worry, you can change the difficulty at any time and it has no effect on the story or the choices you make. So if I want to go uber easy mode, all I'll be doing with that is, well, sacrificing myself on that side. Just my pride, nothing else. Alrighty. So from the time I played before, I know this is one of the first choice points that I could get Egil killed, so I need to be very careful here. Black Horde is forming at the tree line. Enough of this, says Iver, glancing over his shoulder. We're going back, then adds, Rook, I'm doing one more check of the houses around here. See if you can find anyone. I will keep watch. As you turn to head back, a colossus appears around the side of a house. It silently looms over Alette, its face an expressionless, stony mask, more terrifying than any roar it may have produced. Time seems to slow as it pulls back in its enormous mace. Okay, we're gonna shoot it. As though second nature, you knock an arrow. Alette is standing directly between you and the dredge, making the shot perilous at best if you're off by a few inches. Stop thinking, shoot! A second passes like an eternity. Did I just get someone killed? The arrow bounces off the dredge's face, inches away from what you think is an eye. It recoils, then turns upon Alette again. Egil rushes to her side. Iver throws himself between them, catching the mace on his shield, and returns the favor, crashing the dredge's head with his pointed shield. Crushing, not crashing. When the dust settles, you can see that everyone is alright. Yay! I didn't get Egil killed today! Give me a minute. I'm quite certain I can fix that. Let's get out of here, says Iver, as he goes to check the last few houses nearby. Rook, see if you can find any more survivors and meet me in front of the hall. Okay. So, market, heroes. Okay, so it's actually giving me the chance to go and do a few other things, rather than just jumping straight into the fray. Items are shown at the bottom of the roster. Drag items onto your units to equip them. Items can only be equipped by characters of equal rank. Promote your units to equip higher rank items. Click on an item for more information. So these two can be promoted. Promotion! Who knows that one? So, higher stats and increase your item rank. For 5 renown. Yes. So he has 2 points that he can go with. Do I want to... Let's see now. Whoop. Break is the amount of direct damage you can naturally do to an enemy's armor. Armor blocks damage. I could... Your strength minus their armor equals damage, so... Could always go with that. Strength would be a decent one. Willpower. I think for this one, I'm going to have him build up his armor, because he can become just a tank. And we'll up your exertion, too. Rank 2, Raid Master. And Rook, we shall promote. Rook doesn't get in the fray as much. Exertion, break. Forget what's this one called? Willpower, that's right. Willpower, strength, or defense. I want to be able to have you break more guards from a safe distance. That's the advantage of archers. And then he has this, which is 1 armor, 1 strength, 1 will. Okay, got it. Okay. Let's check out the market. Got it. I can use renown to buy supplies. That's what he was telling me about. A simple black sash said to be wrapped around the eyes of a blind archer who never missed a shot. Attacks can never beat up. That is actually... That's... Wow, that's tempting. Attacks never get deflected. Plus 10% times 2 strength damage. So wait, does that mean like 10% and then 20%? Which should be 20%? Dragonstone. This unusual carved stone is warm to the touch, and holding it fills you with steely resolve. Plus 3 to will. And the obsidian ring, a ring that seems to absorb the light around it, said to have been forged by Dredge stone singers. Stone singers, not song singers. Huh. Interesting. But all of this cost renown, which I also have to use to level up my people. If I was going to get anything, I'd get that one, but I think I'm just going to hold off on purchasing anything at the moment. Maybe later. Maybe later. Alrighty, let's go talk with Iver. You find anyone? A few. Send them inside. Gods, this is bad. I'm out of practice, Rook. Look, as long as I've known you, you've always wormed your way out of talking about Dredge. This would be the time to start talking. I can tell you they rarely stop for rest. The sooner we leave, the better. They'll follow us until we're tripping over tired women and children. Then they'll attack. Even after we're wiped out, they'll keep coming, trampling corpses in their wake. There's no end to them. How did anyone survive the Great Wars? Ask the Menders. I wasn't there. But I know you fought your fair share. Yeah, I've killed enough slag for one lifetime. That's why you're going to save us now. Don't lay that on me. Come on, let's get inside. Why do I get the feeling Iver was a coward, and that's the reason why he's here? Which would be really weird from what I understand of the Varl. Since they seem to be more of the, stand to fight type. Who knows? Look! Thank the gods you made it! The Great Hall is in an utter din, filled as it is with dozens of terrified families. Don't stop worrying yet. I haven't! What in the depths is going on? Dredge milling around, ransacking houses? The chieftain's wife finds you, pushing through the crowd. They must know we're here. Why haven't they attacked? Don't know. I wouldn't expect it to last. I've made some decisions, but tell me straight. What would you both do in my place? I'd have left by now. They're already outside the doors. Not so easily done. Rook? Do we try and book it now? Or do we try and hold? I'm gonna go with Iver on this one solely because the way he describes it, it's kind of like the Vord from Jim Butcher's Codex of Alera, in the sense that, or to put it in game terms, the Zerg. They can just keep piling on, so probably best to move on if we can. The chieftain sighs a deep and heavy breath, slumping. He looks years older. I imagined us fighting back and saving the town, but nonsense. Ivar's right, of course. We can't just wait to be slaughtered. Where do we go, if Dredge are coming down from the north? Frostvel, to the west. It's close and it has walls. I intend to be free of Skogir in one push. Nobody left behind. I wouldn't. If they follow us, we're done. What do you suggest? Let me create a distraction, then go. I'll catch up on the road to Frostvel. I don't want Iver going alone is the problem. Because then, most likely, either, if I'm right and he's a coward, we'll never see him again because he's running south, or he could get killed. Decisions. Do we abandon the storehouse? If we have to. We'd be living behind everything but the supplies you brought, Rook. On the other hand, Frostvale is at least a week away. I'm not sure we've got that much food. It'll be cutting it close. If we're saddled with heavy carts, it'll be almost impossible to outpace the Dredge. And if we run out of food before we get to Frostvale, it won't matter how many escape. I still say let me handle the Dredge. Frustrating. We can't afford to leave the food behind. It's going to get us killed, Rook! Die fighting Dredge or starve on the road. I'd rather fight. I agree with Rook. Then I'm coming with you. That catches you by surprise. The chieftain rubs his chin, but doesn't argue. From the training she's given Alette, you've no doubt she can handle a bow. Cool. Fine, I'll get the townspeople ready. Take some of the fighters and gather as much food as you can. Tell us when you're ready. Okay, now let's just hope that that wasn't a bad idea. You step into the courtyard, where you can already see Dredge in every direction. The storehouse isn't far. You slip inside and start loading carts while Iver and the half-dozen men who came along do the same. When you've gathered as much as you dare, Iver takes up position outside the Great Hall. Dredge have already taken notice, watching closely. Come on, he mutters. People begin filing out of the hall. Almost immediately, things begin to go wrong. Great. Some Dredge go after the yaks tied to supplies, while others lunge at a cart with chickens. Terrified men pull axes and the Dredge respond in kind. Not far away, you spot Iver raising his shield, cursing. You prepare for a fight. Well, yeah, a fight was to be expected if I'm doing that. Okay. What's your ability? Secretly selects an unoccupied tile on the board and fires up to 3 arrows in the air. If an enemy passes through the selected tile, they are hit by the falling arrow, doing normal strength damage and stopping them in their tracks, ending their turn. Rain of arrows can be used offensively, defensively, to protect allies, and in general is most effective when forcing an opponent to second-guess his actions. Smart use of the ability can potentially lock down an entire team. Okay. Put her a little bit earlier in the list then, for that. And let us pray. Really? Only 2? Okay, that's got me nervous. Okay, he can summon allies, so I want him dead as soon as possible. Good, he can't get around. Ow! That hurt. Jeez. That was not pleasant at all. Okay, he could attempt to move around, but I don't think you actually gain bonuses in this one for trying to do flanking maneuvers. So we'll just pop more of his armor. And he swings on Iver instead. Why can you suddenly do 6 damage to him? I'm not gonna complain. Let's chunk him so he's not doing near as much damage. Everyone gets in on the melee. Ow! Nice. Nice deflection. Wow, negative... Was that 14? What's the saying? There is no such thing as overkill, only the crushed remains of my opponents. So I'm going to have him stonewall. And I'm going to have her actually trap that spot to see if this guy comes around. Oh! Okay, cool. That explains that. That's why she's able to do more damage. Puncture. I was told that I need to actually, you know, read up on what abilities do. Funny that. Here. That's not what I wanted you to do, but okay. And hit by that. Sweet. Hey. You can only hit him for 2. Oh, never mind. We can end this. They would regret crossing your path if they were still alive to regret. In the chaos that follows, you notice out of the corner of your eye some of the town guards struggling desperately with Dredge, what might be the chieftain amongst them. To your left, Iver is laying into a large colossus. Behind him, an elderly man scrambles to his feet. Past that, it's clear that most of the townspeople are scattering. If nobody steps in, they could be picked off one by one. Nearby, a yox bleats pitifully as Dredge wrestle with the wagon tied to it. Another full cart has been toppled beside it, abandoned. You could end up losing more food and supplies than you started out with. Do I get people to try and consolidate? Help the fighters. I need the fighters. If the fighters fall, there may be little hope for the others. You approach to see the chieftain slumped over, a deep wound in his side. Iver soon appears at your back, battered but ready. Oi. And into another fight, right off the bat. Lovely. Okay, one big opponent. Can he do that? Shield Slam causes knockback to all adjacent units, doing armor break damage. Huh, that's useful ability. No, Alette's back there. Egil's there. Egil. Question is, do I charge in and start wailing into him now, or no? Sit tight. Oh, hello! I didn't see you. Plus armor damage to Dredge causes 1 armor damage to all adjacent Dredge. Odd. Come to us. Yeah, that was his ability, knocking back at that. He can move up to where she is now. I don't like that. He can move grand total up to there. No. If he tries... Yep. Bang! let's start knocking at your armor, shall we? Ah, crap. High armor, he deflected all the other shots. Ow. Egil, I'm gonna have you beat on this guy. Yeah. Grunt goes after Iver. I want you to run away! And I can blink him for one, or I can lower this guy's damage. Let's take his damage down to half. Well, I'd be scared if it weren't for the fact that Alette can just go goodbye. He moves back to Rook and hits him again. Yeah. Break that armor. Bring him down. And can you reach him? Yes. Boom! Hey, Egil can be promoted again. Now let's hope I don't screw up later on down the story and get him killed when I've built him up so much. Alette got a promotion, and Egil got another promotion. Morale has improved! Yeah, after I chose to do something that would get us in trouble. Way to go, me. The Dredge continue to gather in the distance, but leave some space between you, content to watch for now. You gather up the chieftain, who is still breathing, but seriously wounded. Nice going, Mouse. Old fool, said Oldleaf, tenderness in her voice. She bundles him in the cart and stays by his side. Only thing we can do is get to Frostfell quickly, she says. As you depart, you watch Skoga recede into the distance, Alette's hand tightly in yours. Plus 20 renowned! Pausing to catch your breath, you glance backward to see the caravan stretched out past the point of safety. They're spaced out so far, you're unable to see those bringing up the rear. We've got to pull them together, says Iver. It'd be dangerous to stop until at least the Godstone. The path should be just ahead. We shall rally the caravan with a speech! 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 You make your way to the rear and hoist a small child onto your shoulders. Fight for every step! Remember those who didn't make it and push onwards! The clansmen see your effort and follow suit, pushing themselves harder. Morale has improved! Morale has declined because the day passed. And whenever the day passes, morale goes down. Far enough for today, I think. After a day of misery, men and women dropped their meager possessions beneath the godstone of Hridvaldir. I apologize for the butchering of that pronunciation. Love the music. What are we doing? We just left our homes because suddenly there were Dredge. Probably shouldn't be looking to me for advice. Look at these people. Somebody has to hold them together. That's you, Rook. How am I supposed to do that? Lie? Tell them everything's going to be alright? Gods, Rook, I don't know! Pretend you know what you're doing. That's what the rest of us do. Thanks for the advice. Then do whatever you want. Let them fend for themselves if you can live with it. You humans are absurd, Rook. Furious when you're not in control, terrified when you are. Pull it together! You're right. Think of how I feel. I'm stuck nursing a bunch of weaklings. You do care. I can tell. Men are plague on the world worse than any Dredge as far as I can tell. Chats like this are why we get along so well, Iver. The snark in all of these characters is strong. You sleep poorly, the sun forever stuck to an eternal bright sky. Before the others rise, you find yourself staring over long, low hills covered in pine. Ah, morale's gone down! The Godstone looms overhead, the massive eyes of Hridvaldir looking the same direction as you. Inspect the stone. The weathered stone doesn't see many visitors. Not much reason to travel so far east. When hunters come through, they sometimes stop to give offerings out of habit more than anything else now that the gods are dead. Hridvaldir was the god of hunters and of wild beasts, occasionally seen roaming the land as both man and wolf. He was always depicted in effigy with his terrible spear. You wonder what he'd think about his woods being full of Dredge now. A young girl from the caravan approaches you. "I made this for you," she says, handing you a crude necklace carved from a branch she must have found nearby. "Thank you for saving my mama," she says, before running back to her tent. Back at your tent, you rouse Alette, who clings to your arm until she's completely awake. Bad dreams. Eventually the camp is broken down and it's time to move on to Frostvalor. It feels like an end more than a start. Ay, ay, ay. Continue on. The caravan halts when a group of men appear on the trail, weapons at their feet. "We've seen the Dredge in your wake," says one. "We don't wish to meet them alone. If you'll let us join you, we'll show you a watering hole with enough animals to fill those supply wagons." An inherent fear of strangers raises mutters from the caravan. What are you doing out here alone? "We were hunting here for food when the Dredge found our village," says the man. "When we returned, he looks away, unable to finish." "I'll take whatever allies I can get." "If you'll be no trouble, come along," you say. The men cautiously join your ranks and prove trustworthy. The hidden watering hole nearby is teeming with animals, and soon your supplies are nicely restocked. 12 more fighters, 5 renown, 18 supplies. Woohoo! Morale has declined again. During a rest, one of the men get too drunk and ends up splashing mead in a warrior's face. A brawl erupts. Many thrown fists and a broken bone later, the instigator, Rafsvartir, is tossed on the ground at your feet, angry clansman looking for satisfaction. His personal defense is little more than drooling mumbles. Tie him up till he dries out. You grab a rope from the supplies and make short work of the salt. A few onlookers throw scraps at him, but most just walk away with a laugh, at least content that some measure has been taken. Yay. Because that's what we need right now. The caravan is visibly relieved to find a small village on the way to Frostvalor, with beds and fresh supplies. The locals here are shocked by the news you bring and discuss it amongst themselves while you set up nearby. Lol. Check the Hall of Heroes! Because I had a couple people... Yep. How much does it take to promote you? 10. Higher stats, improve your ability, and increase item rank. Yeah. Yeah. You be tanky. Then we'll up Alette. Who I want. There we go. Oh, what's this? Crude medallion made from the branch of a tree found above the Godstone Hridvaldir, carved with a curious rune. 15% dodge strength attacks. I like dodging. Doesn't matter how strong you are if you can't hit me! I could just leave. Let's talk to Egil first. How's the arm, Egil? You find Egil just outside the camp, practicing his sword swings. I saw you taking some hard hits out there. Oh, yeah, I'm great. Not Great, considering everything that's... I'm fine. My arm's fine. It's a strong shield. It's Rook, right? I know we haven't talked much before now, but if you want, just call me Gil. Okay, Gil. I wanted to let you know that I meant what I said before, about making sure nothing happens to Alette. You think about what to say. Well, I don't want her to get hurt. You can see his cheeks turn bright red. Ha, you've got a crush. Don't worry. She can take care of herself, too. I know. I didn't mean... Easy, Gil. I know what you meant. Iver seems to think you're pretty good. Did he say that? That's good. I'm trying. Never had to fight anything like Dredge before, but I don't have much else to do. And how many people get to train with a Varl? Just seems like I could be a help to someone. That's what I want to be. Never seen a shield like that before. Yeah, I doubt there's many. My father made this. Solid metal, really heavy. Ay, that would be painful. But I've been practicing with it since I was a kid. I used to spend a lot of time just getting used to lifting it. He raises it up to show you. I'm pretty good with it now. It's the only thing of my father's I have left. And then when my mother died, she gave it to me before she died. I'm heading back to camp. Stay strong. I will. Oh, and if you need something, let me know. I can do anything you need. Between you and Iver, we're going to be okay, I can tell. Yes, you say that, and I'm sitting here wondering, will I get you killed? I don't want to, but I might. Alrighty, let's rest. And now... Market. What do they have here? Horse's core? Shoes made from the hooves of a horseborn, and have long been rumored to make one faster, if not cold-hearted. +1 to move, +10 to dodge strength attacks. Yeah, that's useful. World hook, an enormous fishing hook, thought to be from the legend in which the Varl King Skirnmer pulled a whale from the Silverstone. +2 to break. The Ring of the Wolf, a ring engraved with Catherine of Vesprem? A gifted healer, she could preserve life in all but the most grievously wounded. Protects from death unless strength is 1. Oh, got it. So this is like sturdy for Pokemon. And these serpent's earrings. Whether the earrings contain some subtle magic or not, those who believe tend to be a little more agile than before. +10 to strength dodge attacks. I will refrain from buying anything at this point. Well, let's go. You're only just outside the village when 2 men in red approach. My name is Hogan, says one, gesturing to the other. My brother is Mogan. Many from the village wish to join you to Frostavel. The third man, exuding rage, charges up to the group. Shut your mouth, Hogan, he screams. Well now. Things just escalated. What's going on? These bastards don't speak for us. They've been trying to divide the village since you got here. True. You can keep whoever wants to stay and die. The rest of us will go with the reasonable people of Skorgir. I'll have you both gutted before I let half the village desert. Behind the angry villager, a mob of armed thugs have appeared, all furrowed brows and nervous stares. You both know what will happen to the rest of us if the fields are abandoned. Nobody leaves. I should probably try and convince the town leader to leave with everybody. Dredge my ass! I don't know what the scam is this time, Hogan, but you've got 2 choices. Get back to work, or I'm finally putting you in the ground. Mogan, what do you say? Thought it was unfair that he only asked me. Mogan draws his axe slowly, followed by Hogan. Despite their confidence, the brothers are significantly outnumbered. I think I make a poor farmer. Let's make this a fair fight. Iver steps forward. The thugs hesitate. As you pull your axe, you notice that Alette is nowhere to be seen. That's okay. I got no issue with that. Because that means I have plenty of room for my 2 new allies. Both of them are Thrashers. 10-8-5-2-1. 8-10-5-2-1. So one's more defensive, one's more offensive. You can tell by the fact that one of them has been scarred, which one's the more attack-oriented. You guys have shields. Do I want to put... Nah, we'll leave it like this. Got 2 archers, Backbiter, who has the run-through ability, a raider who has the same abilities that Egil has, 2 archers, and a raider who doesn't have an ability. Let's wait and let them move in. Yeah, he's the one who moves next. Hold! Yeah. Take a chunk of his armor. They're shooting at Iver. Ah, didn't quite kill him. But he can finish him off. Archers really shouldn't get so close. Okay, they didn't go for him. I was about to say, if they... Oh. Sorry, Tiny. Bye. Dang, he can move. Probably should have upped that a little bit. Yep. Beat on the archer. Pin this guy in. Beat on him. Yes! My trap worked! she moves, takes a shot at him. Yeah, let's knock his power down so he doesn't hit as hard. Can you hit him from... No, you can't. Okay. Move 2 over. How does it feel when Iver stabs you? And then the archer shoots you. We'll have you finish off the archer. That really wasn't a good idea, to place yourself there. Do I let Egil get more... Yeah, I want Egil to become more powerful. Bye-bye. Yeah, let's just make Egil super powerful. Iver has been promoted. Hogan has been promoted. Or is able to be promoted. +7 renowned for fighting. The brothers thank you with wide grins. Soon many of the villagers have joined your caravan. You scan around anxiously for Alette, who had gone missing when the fighting began. Eventually, you find her watching from afar. Hogan returns at that moment, introducing you to his son and wife, and you soon set out again. +22 fighters! And 10 renown. And 30 supply. Wow. Morale is improved. Cool. And then declines again because we're traveling. Alette marches quietly alongside the caravan, a little distant since leaving the village. When you stop for a rest, Oddleif approaches you both. Oddleif would probably be how it's pronounced. Alette, I have something for you. Oddleif has gathered up the long banner from the caravan and smiles warmly as she passes it to Alette. What's this about? I was hoping you'd sew up the banner with everything that has happened since we left Skogir. Come find me another time, Rook, and we'll talk. Before you can comment, she departs. Dad, are you the chieftain now? Looks that way. Oh, then that means... You're both quiet for a moment while Alette unfurls the banner. Oddleif has been teaching me how to sew. She speaks pretty highly of you. Can we read the part about Mom? You nod. On the banner has been sewn the story of the families who have lived in Skogir throughout the years, just as is done on every banner in every town. I wish she were here, but I'm kind of glad she isn't. The section of banner about your family is short, but Alette has been sewing in colorful designs. Why do you say that? So she doesn't have to deal with all of this. Dredge, leaving home, and... Why did you have to kill those men in the village? I mean, if it's okay to ask. I had to make a hard choice. Because the Dredge are terrifying. Every time we have to fight them, I just want to run, but I don't want to kill a person. Please. Are you mad at me? No. I'm glad you don't want to. Alette smiles at this, then her face sinks again. I guess I would do it if I really had to, but do we have to? I know what you mean. Yeah, I know. Dad, I think you're doing a good job. She hugs you. You spend the rest of your time together sewing new verses into the banner. For better or for worse, The story of Skogir is your burden now. Yay! Alrighty. So let's see those of us who have the ability to be promoted. Iver, the strong arm. Promote. I like the idea of my frontliners just being tanky as all get out. Yeah. Yeah, we'll max yours out then. Just to provide a solid front line that the enemies can break themselves upon. So, Woodlife and Mogan are the only two who are not rank 2 at least. Fun. Let's see. How long have we been streaming? Almost an hour. Alright. Well, then I don't think I should go too much farther, but we can go talk to Oddleaf real quick. How are you doing, Odd? I'm alright. Oh, but I realized after I handed you the banner, I probably gave you the wrong impression. My husband's still in and out of consciousness. It doesn't look good. It's harder than I thought it would be, just not knowing. People tell me I'm a strong woman. It's funny. My father named me Oddlife before I was even born. He wanted a boy so badly. Strong woman. What does that even mean? People look up to you. Don't take this the wrong way, but I don't want to be known for handling my feelings. If I feel nothing about my husband dying, people think I'm strong. If I cry because my insides feel like they're on fire, I'm weak. Why does that feel so backwards? I'm sorry, Rook. It's been hard. You're not sure what to say. In the many years you've known the chieftain's wife, this is probably the most you've ever talked. You asked me to come find you? Yes, it's about the banner. I thought about it for a long time. He asked me to give it to you, you know, if something happens. Why me? He always depended on you, Rook. It should be mine. I could carry it. But I thought about why he named you. I get it. They won't follow a woman. Families would leave. Our banner would be divided. Look, it's not just about our small town. What happens the first time we need something from another clan? What happens when someone thinks they can take advantage of us? I think this is what has to happen. I'll do my best. I think so too. Listen, I know I dragged this out. The truth is, my husband and I could never have a child. I don't want our banner to end here. It'll be safe with you and Alette. I know you're going to take care of her. She puts her hand on your shoulder as she heads back to the camp. Morale has improved! Well, improving morale. Plus 5 renown. Awesome. Days of supplies. Alrighty. Well, as I said, I think I'm going to be ending this here for today. We've gone a couple battles, seen some more things. I will probably do some training off of camera just because, yeah, I need to look at my character's abilities a lot more than I have been. As far as I know, I can't lose anyone in combat. They just become injured, and the more they're injured, well, the more handicapped they become in combat, but I don't think I can lose anyone that way. But at the same time, I'd prefer not to risk that. So, probably looking at some training for these guys to figure out exactly how all their abilities can be used and how to best use them. But I will say, thanks all for joining me today on this. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.